All right, let's go ahead and get started. So today is the 3rd of December, 2021. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Market is, what is the market doing? The numbers were weak, but what does that mean, guys? If the market's weak, what do you think? Huh? Maybe, just maybe, the Feds, yeah, right, rally, right? Maybe old Jerome might, think about, hey, maybe I shouldn't be so hawkish, right? That's possible. There's always like something going on, right? It's always something. So, anyways, regardless of whatever the numbers are in econ, I want you to understand that I've never, ever changed my stance. And that is simply that any of these econ numbers, news, they're just a temporary lapse in trend. They really are, right? It takes a big catalyst, folks, to really change the market. I want you to think about everything that's happened this year. Overall, the ES, the SPY, the Qs, whatever, are extremely bullish. And anytime we get some sort of pullback, we find that people are lurking and waiting, right? They're waiting. They want to scare you. So understand that when the market pulls, we then start to hear all sorts of different things. In my opinion, it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but I'm pretty sure that it's about right on par. But they latch on to this, right? They latch on to any kind of pullback and they push material out, right? They push material out to scare retail traders. So whether I'm right or wrong, you need to think this way, okay? They push information to scare retail traders. Prices drop into those who are patient who have bigger pockets, okay? Almost every single time we find that price pulls back into a level, whether it be a trendy edge on a higher time frame, whether it be an inside and up, or whether it be some sort of EMA or moving average. Almost every single time. I'm your coach. I'm your lifeguard. I'm not saying that I'll always be right, but follow what I say. Listen to me. Find these levels on your charts, and I guarantee you it's going to make you, it's going to make you feel more comfortable. It's going to make you more consistent in your trading. I cannot guarantee profits. We can all mess those up, right? But at the end of the day, even if you're just managing your portfolio, at least you would have an idea where the market's most likely going to bounce and where you can get a little bit of relief. Okay? All right, so not everything's over. Let's go over here and get into the ES futures. Now, I want you to notice, yes, the green box is working. Stay patient in here. Those were my notes from yesterday. Okay? Now, I want you to see that this is a 4-hour candle, and this is really important to me. I like to use 4-hour candles, especially when we're underneath the cloud. Because what I find is once we start to break above that, okay, once we start to break above that, we should see that we're going to hold. And sorry, that's right here in the middle. You can kind of see where it's highlighted on the blue. Over here is the daily. Okay, so in the daily, we're still in the cloud. Over here in the 4-hour, we're still in the cloud. And over here, obviously, is the 3-minute. This is what I was trading off of all night when I was giving you guys updates. I'm really trying to get you guys pumped up, okay? Like futures are fun, but they're also dangerous. But I do teach from a bracket side of things. So always have a stop in place, always have a target in place, okay? And so once you get to learn this, it starts to make your trading a little bit more strategic, right? We can hedge things. We can trade at night, right? If you want to get away and just sit in your room and or in your office and trade, it's fun, okay? Big thing today is understanding that we're opening into resistance, folks. So here we are on the ES, right into a trendy edge. So again, let me go ahead and go to a whiteboard really fast. You have this big yellow line that's on your charts, okay? Price is moving up from a box where I said entry on reclaim. We reclaimed long. I'm taking longs on, these buy signals that I'm getting. And then we're opening up right at resistance. This is, in my opinion, this is the thing that should really push you guys towards wanting to trade futures, because there are times in the market where most of the moves are happening after hours, and it's probably the most frustrating for retail traders. And it's really designed, in my opinion, to wear you out. Okay? Remember, the market's not your friend. It's trying to wear you out. So if you're not able to make money after hours and then you get excited and you don't have an edge, aka the trendy edge, then you have no idea that we're literally opening into resistance. Okay? So what do we look for today? Well, price is pushed up through this entry on reclaim. We're at resistance. What we want to simply do is just draw some fibs on here. I want you to draw some fibs. We're going to make them blue. I want you to go from the rally into resistance. Okay. I want you then to find the bull channel somewhere between 20 and 40%. Okay. Whatever you want to do on your fibs. I want price to kind of pull back here. Okay. Do its thing. Wear some people out. Maybe they buy right on open, kill that premium, and then wait for later in the morning, maybe before European close. That's 10:30 here Central Time. Market opens at 8:30 Central Time, so that's about a 2-hour window. And then we want to see if price can actually break above this, retest this, and then continue our day into the targets that I provided for you. Okay? If we start to break down below the 38.2, it's all bets off. Okay, it's probably going to just be a crap day. It's just going to be choppy and sideways, and you're going to end the week just like you started the week, frustrated. Okay, everybody got that? You guys hear me? You understand how to approach this? So this does not just apply to ES futures. This is for everything across the board. Okay. All right. So once again, in the cloud on the day, 4-hour in the cloud. And you can see we're at the trendy edge and just kind of stalling there. All right. All right. So a couple of names that I'm looking at this morning. Obviously, I'm looking at Myrna. Okay. It's up at about 318. Not a big deal. I did add to this yesterday. If it's up, I'll trim. What am I looking for? Let's see if we can get over that pre-market high of about 323. These are pretty far out of the money, but I did that on purpose because, it's volatile. Okay, but you could still make good money on it. Last week, those options went up 5,000%. So anything is possible in the market. I am following levels. You can see down here, market was in the cloud on the day. Sorry, Myrna was in the cloud on the day. All right, and now we pushed up very nicely. Okay. All right, going on over here, we are also looking at, I want to look at Walmart. Okay, so Walmart's on my list as well. All right, so Walmart over here on the left-hand side, let's look at it from a weekly standpoint. Big inside and down, folks. You see that? Big inside and down. But also what we see is when we come down and look to your left, I want you to pay attention to the long-term trendy edges, okay? Right here. Remember, we use these for longer-term trades. Right? These are your long-term edges. They've been here for over a year, and you wait for price to come into them. Case in point, you look to take the trade for a long period of time, swing, price moves up, price gets to the trendy edge, you're trimming and closing, especially trimming. You get, euphoric here, but you look over to the left and you can see, hey, we're not taking out that high. We break below, I'd close my positions. Okay? Now, what I want you to see is that every time we come down, this is an area of support. All I've simply done is just take a green line. I don't care if I'm right or wrong in here. But what I would expect is that we see sort of the same support in this general area. Okay, so the numbers aren't, to the tick. I'm just thinking general area and thinking, hey, this might be a good time to start a position going into the holidays on Walmart. Okay. We've already tested the mid, we've tested the upper a couple times, and we're holding support. Therefore, if we can hold this support, I like it back up towards 138 and towards 142. And then after that, 143.37. And then after that, 147.82. Okay. But of course, this needs to hold. So how can I approach this? Very easily. If I'm thinking swing position, these are all hypothetical numbers. Let's say that I want to put $1,500 into Walmart. Okay. Well, it doesn't look the greatest. It's at an inside and down. Maybe it's supported, maybe it's not. But I don't really want to overanalyze this, but I wouldn't mind scaling into a position. Scaling in. That means 1500. I've already said to myself, I wouldn't mind putting 1500 bucks into Walmart. But with the market conditions and yeah, we're in the ES green box, maybe things turn around, maybe they don't. Maybe you have a little bit of fear. I'm going to use just a portion of the 1500 bucks that I have put to the side for this Walmart trade. Maybe I simply only put $200 in, folks. And this is a lot of things that people do not understand when they watch from the outside or they're new, is that if this position doesn't work out, this is not even close to my full allocation. Therefore, a zero trade may look like crap, but again, it's not where I would be uncomfortable. All right. And I should say 1500, maybe that's my risk. Maybe that's what I'm willing to lose. Okay. But again, the idea here is to scale in. Let's see if our support holds. If we can get over that first target, then I'd start feeling a lot better that we're headed back towards those higher 140 areas. Okay. From a zero DTE standpoint or like a lotto or some sort, I would just be simply using the smaller time frame, looking for the trendy buy signals as I've been showing you guys over and over at night that I use on the futures. Okay. By the way, great oil trades last night, folks. I hope you, for those future traders who are trading futures, I hope you're taking advantage of that. Oil futures are up now $2.30 over and over. So many buy signals, so much money to be made there. You'd be coming into the morning, waking up, looking at what I have to say and go, I made enough last night. I'm going to go enjoy my Friday. If you're interested, reach out to your broker, folks. Reach out to them. Find out what you need to find out. Then come back and say, hey, I'm a futures trader. And then we can dive into it, okay? When I get enough interest, we'll do some more webinars. I used to do more futures webinars, but there's just not enough at the moment that really, says I need to sit down and spend an hour or two on futures, okay? If you guys want extra help, then you can always reach out on the website. There is a button there where we can do a one-on-one. Those really help our traders in here. I really advise you to check those out if you need that sort of help, okay? All right, moving on here, we have Walmart. Let's look at PayPal really quick. Okay, currently have PayPal position, and what I would like to see is that we can get over this trendy edge. Okay, so we really need 190 plus to get going here. Overall, could see 192.81. All right. All right, so the next one, let's go ahead and look at GS. So I am interested in banks. Had BAC yesterday, decide to go ahead and get out. I want something that moves a little bit more. I could take BAC again, we'll see. But what I'm looking at here is this is your support. All right, down here, right around this level. It's around 382.5. That's what I'm looking for. Kind of like the last chart that I just showed you, but it's not pulled back so much, not like Walmart. But we do have a support level here. This is a trendy edge, and we're looking for this level to hold. Okay, this is a longer term edge, not quite as long as the blue, but we're looking for it to stay supported. And really, at the end of the day, this is your stop loss. Okay, and so if it can hold and stay above here, then I'm looking for price to simply push up into the upper targets that I have here. Now, possibly could do a zero DTE today. I'm kind of unsure at the moment. We'll see when we open up how I want to approach this. But you could see the targets here at, well, it looks like we're already at one of our targets. It looks like we moved up since I've posted this. Next target's going to be up here at roughly 406. Okay. So I might be looking at, into next week, possibly zero DTE on this. Now let's go ahead and look at the SPYs, Qs, DIA, and IWM. I apologize. Once again, I had to change our, I had to turn off my computer and then turn it back on. So we need to pull, let's see, where are we at? Yeah, 1128's right. Sorry about that. Let's pull this over. All right, so these are your neutral strategies, and these are really important. We really need to go over these because if you're having a hard time, I really would tell you I would just be sticking to these charts. There's no noise here. It's just levels, you know. All right, so we have the SPY, the Qs, DIA, and IWM. All right, so again, these are all on 4 hours right now. Very important. We're in the cloud. Check it out. This, in my opinion, is just now starting to get ready again to break the neutral. All right, notice that we have confluence there. See that big yellow cloud? That is the trendy edge. If we start to go bid above this pivot high, especially, so just a tad over that 459.66, so around 459.80, let's just call it 460, okay? If we could break 460, we're looking for 461.29. Just, it's that neutral strategy. Break above, let's look for that move up there. Don't forget though, don't be greedy. If you're looking at trimming, you see this line right here, the EMA, the top of your EMA cloud, that's important. I mean, because things could get exciting and then all of a sudden we finish our day down here going sideways. So always think about trimming. Trimming is winning. Over here on QQQ, same thing. We are in the cloud, folks. And I can't make this up. Once again, we're at the trendy edge. And as you know, when price is underneath the trendy edge, we look for it to be resistance. Look over here on the Dow Jones. Okay, same thing. We have the trendy edge right at the top neutral. 348.71 is your resistance. And then right here on the IWM, same thing. Now, I do want to show you something really important. Let's go over here to, well, I'm going to go to a whiteboard just really quick. Talked about this yesterday. Let's go over this one more time. We have a green box, and it was entry on reclaim. Okay, I've been trading inside of it because I'm trading a smaller time frame. But one thing to understand is you have these levels, right? We have the AC/DC setup that we talk about, and we have the trendy edges. And those trendy edges that I want to concentrate are the pink ones. Okay, let's just say that they're roughly, I don't know, right here. Okay, and price is starting to move up. Then we have this accelerator decelerator. Okay, there's a green arrow on your charts, and then there is a red arrow on your charts. Right now, what I'm aiming for is that these areas hold, and we're aiming for those red down arrows. Okay, and this really makes sense to me. That puts me into about December 10th that we would be inside or close to these levels. And then guess what happens after that? Anybody know what happens after that? Anybody know? Once we get to the decel, what are we going to be talking about in here? My favorite setup, right? Anybody? Bueller? All right, cool. AC, DC. All right, we did the same thing on the last drop. When everybody was fearful, we started doing the same thing. We just kind of tick by tick waiting for that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the bearish side of things, okay? We're still in the cloud. This is where I want to remind you before the market opens. Take what you can get right now. It's not an easy market. We're in the cloud. Look for your levels up and to the left. Look for your support down and to the left. All of these are super important. Building a base is what we're trying to do, folks, right here. Building a base takes a lot of time, especially after a big drop. Remember, sentiment has to come back into the market. Slowly, it comes back into the market. Don't get too excited. Stay humble. Stay small. And read those notes that I put out there this morning. All right? Hopefully you took the time to read them. I really mean that. All right? Go back to why you started trading. I need you to remember that. Relish in that. Like, think about that. Stop going from I want to make a couple $100 to I want to be a millionaire. It's bullshit. It really is. It's a slow process. It takes time. You have to take control of whatever it is that's keeping you from doing well. If it's just fear, then you're over trading. You're putting too much money into it. Okay? All right, so we have 5 more minutes. I'm going to freshen up on some coffee and get ready. I can tell you right now, I don't have a huge focus list, as you guys can see. I'm not sure how I feel. Let's see how when we open. I've already made good money last night and this morning. I went long again on those buy signals, and then I closed right around the trendy edge. So, and I took these right here, just so you guys can see all the way to the right. I woke up and took this one here. Okay. I got in a little late. Last night I took it again right here. I remember it was in the cloud. One of these. Give me 1 second here. Let me see something. Here we go. Right here. It was right in here. I don't want to open it up, but we had a buy signal right there, folks. And then I took that. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. We have, what do we have here? Oh, and then we took DocU this morning. All right. We took DocU. I took DocU. I just wanted to prove a point that, you know, you don't have to be fearful. Like I was looking at the chart and I'm thinking like, damn, this thing's down like 70 something dollars, man. It's kind of scary, right? But it's not scary if you allocate. Even if it's one share, who cares? I want you to get used to taking trades at levels. And the reason why I took it is there was support. There was support being built right there. Okay? If you're long-term DocU, I feel bad for you. If you are long-term DocU, reach out to me and maybe I can give you a chart that can, really help you out and kind of give you that blueprint that you'll need to feel better, you know. Okay. That's right. And don't forget, we have these right here that can kind of help you right here. ACDC. This is going to show you what the setup is. All right. All right, guys. Once again, all right, I'm digging into my time. I got 3 minutes to heat up my coffee, get ready to roll. Let's have a great day. I really mean it. Have a positive day. Smile. Can't wait to celebrate the day with you guys. Okay.